Hello, everybody. Let me turn the music up just a little bit more. It's a little bit quiet. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Today, we are checking out some more League of Legends. This will actually be our first recast, whatever you want to call it, of an ERL match, European Regional League match. And this is between two of probably the biggest and most well-known teams in the leagues. KCorp, who is a current two-time EU Masters champion, as well as Koi Squad, which is a literally brand new team, just came into existence in like the past 48 hours. But it is owned by one of the biggest streamers in the world, Ebai. He won Streamer of the Year for the Esports Awards. Maybe it was Content Creator of the Year, but besides the point. A massive streamer, has like 6 million Twitter followers, often has some of the highest viewed Twitch streams. He is big into esports, and he has been pushing, and he's pushed Koi Squad immediately to a massive following, giving this show match, so this is not an official match by any means, but giving this show match so much hype. Not to mention, KCorp acquired probably one of the biggest names in the West in terms of League of Legends, and that is Reckless. Reckless, going from, I believe, 4-time MVP in the LEC, multiple times Worlds appearances, one of the best players in the West, one of the best ADCs the world has ever seen, is in the regional leagues with KCorp. And so this is one hell of a match to watch. It is essentially big names tacked onto both sides, along with big fan bases. KCorp and in the French League, and Koi Squad, which will be participating in the Spanish Superliga. Or not Super, is it Superliga? I'm not entirely certain. I'm not too familiar on my ERL lingo, but I'm getting there. But that being said, I'm excited to watch this. On the side, we'll go ahead and swap over to the gameplay. At least we'll go here. So on the side of KCorp, top lane Cabochard, jungle 113, mid lane Saken, bottom lane Reckless, and support Hantera. And on the side of Koi Squad is SLT, Koldo, Hatrix, Rafita, and Sayaz. So this is going to be your picks and bans. Again, I'm very excited for this. Hatrix, SLT have both been longtime members, or, they've both been in and out of the LEC and the regional leagues quite a bit. We've seen, Cabochard is a name that has for a long time been in the LFL, the French regional league. And currently, we got these big titles going up against each other. Current bans are Camille, Victor, Thresh, Twisted Fate, Viego, and Rise. A lot of early power picks taken away, but 113 gets his jungle pick in at least an early. And it looks like Cabochard is locked in the teleport and the flash, and SLT on the other side has locked in. We get the Lucian Nami bot lane. It made an appearance during Worlds after Lucian got the buff, where he got an additional movement speed off of Enchanter supports. And here we see Caitlyn also having received some buffs, as well as some visual graphical updates with the new Arcane releases. And that might be an Aurelion Soul hover. We don't see Aurelion Soul very often. We don't see Caitlyn that much either. She was big in 2020 Worlds, not so much over the past year. But hey, she is in Reckless's champ pool, and that will be his first champion that he's going to try to show off on stage with KCorp. And instead, Saken picks the Lux. Now, that could be support Lux, it could be mid lane Lux. I imagine it is probably going to be mid lane. We will wait and see, though. Hatrix picking up the Jin Zhao for Koldo in the jungle to match the Lee Sin. A bit of a faster clear, a bit more of a defensive ultimate, but I would say probably an equally strong jungler, maybe not as mechanically difficult. Now, I'll also say, I just need to stop with the analysis. I can talk fast and talk good, but that's not what you're here for. Bans! LeBlanc is the first pick. So far, again, the bans have mostly targeted, almost entirely targeted mid lane so far, and they are continuing to target mid lane. Koi Squad actually said we don't need to target Reckless at all. Bold move. Aurelia also gets banned. A potential mid laner or a top laner. Again, Camille is a top laner as well, but lots and lots of mid lane bans. Koi Squad showing a lot of respect to Saken. Honestly, that's impressive. I guess they still have the read that this Lux is going support. Caitlyn Lux support. You can certainly see it. And the Vex ban. 5 bans at Saken. Viego, yeah, Viego is sometimes in jungle, but I mean, he's not. I mean, honestly, I don't even know where really Viego would go much anymore. And there we see the Jace ban. KCorp deciding to try to pinch the remainder of the top lane pool since Koi Squad have their jungle and bot lane locked in. I'm pretty sure KCorp have the same. Excuse me. Excuse me. They always come in multiples, don't they? All right. Koi, their fourth pick in the draft is Orianna for their mid laner Hatrix. That is 6, 7, 8 or 9, depending on where you want to count Jace and Irelia. That is so many mid lane bans, so many mid lane picks taken off the table. But Seiken goes for the big Yone play, and I imagine this Kennen is a blind top lane Kennen. Pretty well-rounded team comp out of the side of KCorp. Kennen has a lot of AP damage, but it'll be almost entirely focused in the top lane. That said, Lux's ultimate can still be huge. Oh, we have a Graves. Now, Graves top lane, I would say, is pretty terrifying. I do not want to face a Graves in the top lane, because all I know is that he can just heal. He shoots a dragon, he heals like half his HP. It's incredible, it's insane. I guess there's healing versus healing between the Yone and the Graves. Oh boy, we're going to see a lot of grievous wounds, I imagine, during this matchup. But everything is locked in. The Lux is indeed the support pick. And it's Lux Nami support. You don't see that too much in Premier Leagues like LEC, LCS, LCK, or LPL. So a little bit of spice thrown in here. I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see it. I think all eyes are going to be on Reckless, right? I want to track him. What is he doing? I mean, Koi Squad didn't target him at all in the picks and bans. They just picked a strong, safe bottom lane with Lucian Nami that has a lot of kill pressure, and Reckless is on Caitlyn. Not really a champion that you can show off on, or that most people expect to make big flashy plays. You know, like Reckless on his Jhin. That was kind of the big one, the well-known one. But I mean, we didn't see Aphelios. That's baffling. No Aphelios in this draft. It was such a power pick for so long, man. You know, it maybe got nerfed into the ground, but I mean, I don't see a world where Aphelios is ever going to be a bad pick. So, that being said, we'll give it a few, and we will be heading into game number 1 between Koi Squad and KCorp. Also, I've been trying to figure out if Koi Squad is like an acronym for something. I was not able to find anything yet. I think it's just Koi, which is like a phenomenal name. I love it. Is it KOI? Is it Koi? We see the fans. Also, this is one of the first matches on a major stage that has live people, which is something that is certainly interesting. No. Oh my god. Oh, that's not me. Whew, I thought those were my Steam messages, but those are not in a language that I speak. So, but yeah, no, this is a live crowd. This is the first time these players have played in front of a live audience, most likely in a very, very long time. Unless there's something about the regional leagues that they've been playing in front of a live audience the whole time, and I just haven't known. But this is going to be a big test, right? This is only a show match. Look, it seems fairly packed, right? There's quite a few people. We have those empty seats in the back, but I have a feeling no tickets were sold for those. This is exciting. All the players, they are cloaked in shadow, and all the focus will be on their computers. So, and we'll get into the action. I want to pay attention to junglers first and foremost. What we will do, the awesome cinematic angle here, taking us into Summoner's Rift. Team logos centered above. That was a cool little cinematic angle. Good job, observers. And here we see, looks like both junglers want to start on their blue buffs, from what I can tell. And right now, Sayaz is just kind of hanging out in that bottom bush. See if any wards get placed. Seiken. Ooh! Seiken playing aggressive. Ward comes out. Hatrix can't take it down all the way. So KCorp will know where Koldo is. And right now, it doesn't look like there are any wards that have spotted out 113 or 113, but SLT did catch the Kennen wandering around the blue buff, so they can definitely infer. Now, Koldo is down on this bot lane. Blue Gromp into bottom lane gank is not really a thing, but he can make it happen. Currently, Rafita and Sayaz are getting pushed into their tower pretty aggressively. But in the mid lane, Hatrix, Seiken, this was the matchup that Koi Squad decided, hey, this is the important one. We don't want to drop this one. We're putting all of our efforts into it, and Hatrix is making the most of it. Seiken getting chunked out pretty darn low, burning through those potions quickly. Meanwhile, Hatrix still has 2 potions plus a biscuit. Seiken pushed entirely off this wave. It is stacked up and is pushing into him. On the bottom lane, though, the exact opposite of is happening. Sayaz and Rafita taking the worse end of the trade so far, letting the wave get pushed into them. Now, the problem here is if you're 113, is that 2 of your lanes are getting pushed in hard. And look at Seiken. He is so low. Hatrix still has 2 health potions. This ranged matchup, this Orianna-Yone matchup is not going in Seiken's favor. He is going to have to hope that his scaling and his eventual longer range when he can snap back to his ethereal form will end up making a bit more of an impact here. But right now, Reckless and Hantera, putting in the work for KCorp. 113, though, trying to take advantage of Hatrix pushing in forward, but Hatrix just has to flash and gets out of there. A relatively successful gank, I would say. They get the flash out. Gives Seiken a little bit of time to farm up. They don't get anything onto the tower. Now they know where 113 is, though. In the meantime, Koldo completing a full clear to the top side. 113 gets the first of the Scuttle Crabs. And SLT still pushing in Cabochard hard. Hantera and Reckless, though, they managed to catch out Sayaz. Is he going to go down? He does. Can Rafita turn this around? Reckless is so low. Hantera needs to protect his AD carry, but Rafita, one more shot. Reckless is going to be dead. He goes down. Can Rafita essentially 1v2 this? Hantera is weak. He's just a Lux, but takes him down for a 2-for-1 trade. 113 comes down for backup. And just like that, Reckless, with the first blood in his first game in the ERL, I believe, unless Hantera stole it, but awesome support from the support here. Good trades, good job on Rafita to try to catch them out there. Gets a little bit more damage onto Reckless, so Reckless does not start getting, piling up the shutdown. Overall, phenomenal play by KCorp, waiting with great patience for Hantera to set up Reckless. Not a clean kill, but a good first blood. KCorp come out the better of that, though they are only 200 gold ahead, as the rest of their lanes are kind of not doing well, to say the least. Exhaust was burned from Rafita, as well as heal from Sayaz. Ignite and heal out of Reckless and Hantera, so summoners mostly even across the board, except Hatrix has used both Flash and Teleport. Here comes the first dragon. We'll see if either jungler wants to go for that. Sometimes junglers prioritize it. It is a Cloud Drake that gives potential for any number of rifts. We could have Chemtech or Hextech rifts, along with Chemtech or Hextech souls. Either one of those could be absolutely busted. We'll just see how that goes. But back in the bottom lane, Reckless and Hantera, they're still able to push pretty aggressively. They are staying far up here. Koldo is still in the top half of the map, not really letting anything happen, but aggressive trading coming out of Rafita wants to make some damage happen. Hantera goes so weak. He has got to get out of there. Reckless. It is dangerous, and Hatrix barely dodges 113's Q, and Koldo comes in for reinforcements, forcing 113 to flash over the wall. Seiken already chipped out. Currently taking the worst end of some fairly aggressive trades out of Koi Squad. Oh, Sayaz almost spotted Hantera. I think he might have. They know Reckless is alone. They're pushing forward. They want to make something happen here. It looks like they're looking for a dive. Rafita wants to go in, but Reckless, like the smart, experienced ADC he is, knows his support, knows his jungle is not in the area at all, does not get too aggressive, and is staying almost far enough away to not get caught out. But here comes a 1v2 in the top lane, and SLT absolutely obliterated by 113, and Cabochard, no ult even had to be used. Teleport advantage remains for SLT, though. In the top lane, Seiken has kept his in the mid lane as well. But Hatrix 15 CSD. Now here we see, all right, so here is, it's not a flank, but 113 hiding in this bush. Cabochard just baited SLT to go in, and there we do see the slicing maelstrom. We do see the slicing maelstrom to take out the Graves, but before he can really do much damage, and there we see the teleport. Expected, not too surprising there. Taken, trying to catch up on the CS as well as he can, but Hatrix on this Orianna is just absolutely eating, and Koldo wants to go in on 113. Knows that there is no Dragon's Rage kick, but 113 goes in on Sayas and Koldo to try to distract, get the rest of his team out of there, which worked pretty well. Seiken comes in with the teleport, and Koi squad disperses. Manages to survive, get away, no deaths. 113 though is hunting. KCorp, they had control over the Dragon Pit, but they did not take it. 113 Huntera, they're on a ward. They're coming in for the dive around the back. Do they know that Koldo can be here to pinch them though on the flank? Sayas and Rafita, they're here. They have damage. They are ready, but Sayas gets weakened pretty considerably by the Q there. Koldo gets pushed away by 113, and currently KCorp are just in between two turrets, pushing away Koi Squad while Reckless starts farming it up. Rafita tries to take the jump on the lone man down to the bottom lane, but Sayas goes down from 113, jumping in, and it is quickly followed up with Reckless on Rafita. Koldo wants to try to salvage this turret as best as possible before any more plates goes down. Koldo clears the wave, saves what can be saved from this day. But so far, as we approach the 9-minute mark, we just get past the 8-minute mark. KCorp up 5-1 and up about 700 gold. Cabochard weak in the top lane. But I mean, if you're KCorp, you take that. Cabochard sees SLT on the ward. No, nothing's gonna happen here. This replay, Rafita and Sayas, they see Reckless down here alone, and they try to go in on him, but Sayas, he sees people under the turret and tries to stall them. I guess if he had just stayed with Rafita, I think that's a kill onto Reckless. I mean, they probably both still die, but at least then you get an extra kill. And Sayas and Cabochard kind of duking it out up here. Huntera gets a stun on SLT. He's going to go down again. A slicing maelstrom comes out. The ultimate out of the Caitlyn takes him out the long range there. Absolutely terrifying. Huntera tries to get another stun with Seiken up in the area. 113 grabs the Herald in the meantime, and it looks like they are taking that directly to the top lane where Reckless has lane swapped up. Are they going to try to just, I mean, you know, you get the star player, you get one of the best players in EU. I say you feed him. He's already performing pretty well. 2-1-2 on the day. Get him up there. And no, looks like they won't drop the Herald yet. They just got the one plate. Looks like they want to wait until they can take it down. Seiken, though, wants to go in on Hatrix. Finally has the ultimate. Finally has maybe a little bit more damage, but Hatrix is still very healthy. Seiken is weak. Can Hatrix make anything happen? The Orianna ball goes out. Does a shockwave hit? No, it doesn't. But Seiken still goes down. Did it hit? I couldn't really tell. It looked like it was just on the edge there. But 113, can he make it happen? No. Yes, he can. Hatrix was not able to dodge the Q and ends up going down. 1-for-1 trade, though. Ultimates not actually traded. Seiken, it looks like, did not use his. Hatrix did have to invest Shockwave. And Rafita now wants to retreat, but 113 is just everywhere on all sides of the map. Here comes the Rift Herald. They're getting some plates into Cabochard's pocket, and there goes the Dragon's Rage kick. Almost in the wall, but not quite. Rafita still ends up going down, dashes right back into 113's arms for a few more quick kicks, and some kills. But Koldo is here as well as Hatrix. Cabochard is just, just eviscerated. 113 is able to get out. But both teams are playing so greedy, and look, these long-range ultimates are now paying off so much for KCorp. Graves is great, right? Graves can heal so well, but that's only if he can keep hitting things. And if Lux and Caitlyn are a mile away, it's not going to matter. Finally, though, after what feels like forever, this first Drake is going down. And here we see 113 drop the Rift Herald. They're trying to get some money in Cabochard's pocket. The kick goes out. It doesn't quite get him into the wall, but it is still more than enough to take him down. And then here, they start trying to hit at the Herald. Or they start trying to hit with the Herald at the tower, but it doesn't quite work. Sayas, though, they want to go in on Seiken. Shockwave comes out. It does not hit. Seiken is perfectly fine, and that's a pretty big team fighting ultimate from Koi. As we... Oh my god, it's only 11 minutes in. This game has already been action-packed. We're at more than a kill a minute. This is what I'm talking about. This is some exciting gameplay. seeing this live in person, I'm sure the fans are going absolutely nuts. We've seen a couple of clips of them already. Looks like an absolute blast to be there. Now, everything once more slows down, gets steady. Koi Squad have used some important ultimates. They have used some important things. Sayaz still does not have the tidal wave, which is a little scary. Needs to get those levels up soon, but Hantera and Reckless have been doing a phenomenal job of just bullying their lane opponents, quite frankly. And Hantera now gets spotted on a ward, walking through the jungle. Somebody might be waiting for him. 113 though. And once again, another dive on Rafita and Sayaz. The ult out of Reckless just for some chip damage, it looks like. 113 and Hantera, they are looking. This jungle support duo want to make something happen. And Seiken even roams up there, try to help them out. Hatrix is a little bit alone. But no, Hantera and 113 are just in this top side of the jungle. Here comes the stun, but Koldo is here too. Hantera flashes away. The wind becomes lightning, and 113 just so many of these abilities that provide that additional dash on hit are getting dodged by a pixel, by a footstep. We are on the edge of a potential fight once more. All ults are back up, right? Any advantage that KCorp would have potentially had from the Orianna ultimate being down, gone. Flashes for both teams pretty even for the most part. 2 flashes on both sides, but the support has it on the side of Koi Squad. And Reckless and Rafita both have theirs. Seiken clears out the wave while Koldo and Sayaz think maybe about going for a dive. But everybody, it looks like, oh, Cabochard is not recalling. Looks like as most players do, and everybody looks like after the potential, eyeing each other up, thinking about a skirmish in the top lane, everybody recalled, except for Cabochard. And is now back on the map. SLT Koldo, he managed to get the smite. He just managed to walk up and steal it. Koldo and SLT were both right there. I'm sure they saw him on the ward. Cabochard almost got in this bottom lane turret. Let's see what he wanted to stay down here for. But that is a bold move from 113. And he is still out here around the river. They know he was there before. They keep seeing him on the wards, and he is just playing right up in their faces. The audacity of this man. Holy cow. SLT is once more. Oh, one more. He's stunned, and he goes, does he go down? 113 doesn't hit the Q, and that would have been it. Koldo steals a camp in return, gets stunned up by the Lux, takes about 1/3 HP damage, and gets out just fine. He'll heal up pretty handily, has the Gore Drinker. It won't take long to get back up to full HP. Rafita and Sayaz now went from bottom lane to top lane. They are now mid lane to match Reckless once more. Only one turret has fallen, unless I am mistaken, but in the bottom lane, SLT, he is running the wrong direction and ends up going down. Look, Koldo was coming in to try to support, but SLT was running the opposite direction. Koldo even had the ultimate. I mean, if SLT goes into Koldo, all right, Koldo is going to use the ultimate now. We'll see. 113 wants to come in, wants to try to get this extra damage, wants to take out his opposing jungler. There we see the ultimate. And he gets out to safety. As projected. Reckless still just perfectly fine. Just solo in this mid lane. While 4 members of KCorp, the Slicing Maelstrom, on the top of the teleport. Oh, it feels bad. SLT just came back. Oh, that hurts. It was a 2v4 in that bottom lane, and Reckless still managed to just be fine. No ganks, no flanks. They hardly even did any damage to him. He's just farming up a storm. 15 more CS. Oh, nope, never mind. The Orianna has 156 CS at 15 minutes. This is insane. Seiken and Cabochard now, they want to dive onto Hatrix. They want to make something happen. 113 is here too. This trio from the side of Koi Squad are relentless. They're all over the map. They're refusing to let Koi Squad get a single breath. I mean, Koi Squad have gotten a dragon. Turrets are all still, well, top, the mid and top lane turrets are healthy, but now KCorp, they're also getting the Herald. Koi Squad got neither Herald, they got a dragon. They have no turrets down. They've only gotten 3 kills. none of them particularly stacked onto anybody. 2 of them on hat-tricks, which, I mean, if you need somebody to be doing big damage here, Orianna is not terrible, but you really want that to be on your Lucian, or maybe even your Graves, onto one of your ADCs. Right now, it's just not happening, and things are looking better and better for KCorp as time goes on. Again, Lucian, Orianna, Graves. Oh, 113 is going to get caught in the wave. Not quite. Manages to safeguard out of there while 4 members of Koi Squad are here. This is a 4v3. Seiken gets here just in time. Wind Becomes Lightning comes out. Is this going to end up being a 5v5? Hat-tricks gets here in time. The ball goes out, giving space for Koi Squad. Damage comes through. Here comes the Lux ultimate. Koldo gets so weak. Rafita is down to below half in KCorp in a 4v5. For the most part, it looks like KCorp just arrived, or one teammate just arrived, just completely pushed off Koi Squad. Koi Squad, it looked like they were in such a good position. They had river control. They had so many good engage tools. They had the Orianna ultimate. They had Jin Zhao ultimate, the Nami wave. They had so much to work with, and just nothing happened. And it looks like we have a Chem Tech Rift. Here we see the camouflage zones on the map. These things are absolutely disgustingly busted. Players cannot be seen within them. I mean, it is essentially a Graves ult within sectors of the map. Rift Herald is dropped in the bottom lane. The turret almost goes down. It is a currently 3v5 with the numbers advantage for KCorp. We saw what happened when Koi Squad had the numbers advantage. They ran away. And we can expect what's going to happen when they have a disadvantage. Now, in the meantime, hat-tricks is farming up a storm. 113 and SLT are just kind of staring each other in the face here. As I said, hat-tricks in the top lane. He's their strongest member right now. It is going to be on him to land some massive shockwaves to get his team into the game. And the good news is KCorp are bunching up, right? They are staying pretty tightly knit. A single shockwave can group them all together pretty well in time for a culling to come out, followed up maybe with a Nami tidal wave to keep them all nice and cozy. But a lot of this is going to come down to hat-tricks making clutch plays, maybe getting some good flanks, but on Orianna, that's going to be hard to do. It's going to require good warding and good vision from the side of Koi Squad. Are we going to see another fight? Oh, I am loving this so much. Action after action. Koldo Sayas get weakened right away, but a heal. Does a heal already come out? No, Sayas just heals himself up with his ability. Goes from half to about 80%. And oh, it is so close to being just a brawl, a constant brawl. Reckless just throws out his ult just for fun, locks it onto Rafita, says, why not? The cooldown's low enough. There's nothing to fight over in the next minute-ish. The ult will be back by then, surely. Rafita and Sayas healing up through the ability here. Koldo is ready, waiting, lurking quietly in the Chem Tech cloud. Now we do see this is an adaptation that some teams have started to make, some players have started to make. When you have a Chem Tech Rift, you can't just put a regular yellow ward, a trinket ward in the smoke. It just won't work. So in order to see people on camps, you have to put the ward inside the camp. It is a smart adjustment because otherwise they're not doing anything. And that's one of the only ways that you can really get vision and get information in the jungle, is knowing when a camp is taken. We might see a scrap in the mid lane. Reckless really wants this turret, but has no wave to make it happen. Even goes forward just outside of the range of the turret. And oh, Seiken, he's up here alone. Koldo and hat-tricks are right here. The shockwave might come out. Seiken is weak, pops the shield. Koldo flashes over the wall to get him, though, and he goes down along with the shockwave. Seiken falls 2v1 in the top lane. Hantera, though. Hantera 113, they are coming up. They want some action. The slow comes out, the stun. Nothing yet. Do they know hat-tricks is up here? Surely they do. Surely they do. 113 goes in on the Orianna, kicks him back into his team. Here comes the slicing maelstrom, and the Reckless ult from halfway across the map takes him out. The 2v1 goes well, but not the 2v4. Sayas throws a little bubble to stop Reckless from chasing him too far, but SLT is ready and waiting. Here comes the tidal wave, and Reckless goes down, not expecting someone to be in his own jungle. Here comes the calling onto Hantera. SLT escapes, and Hantera does as well. Reckless, the only one to die in that exchange in the mid lane, but that goes to show the power of the Chem Tech Rift. SLT was able to just sit there and wait and just Watch how much of Reckless. Okay, we're going back to the Sagan replay, but oh, we can just wait and see how much of Reckless's health just disappears. And we actually, yeah, this is not where any of the Chemtech Rift is, so Sagan has absolutely no way of potentially dodging skill shots. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Ontario here, and it's just all you need is a little bit, right? All you need is a little bit. Koldo was trying to recall, but they got up here too fast, and this beautiful kick from 113, right? He gets two of them up into the air. It is absolutely phenomenal. I really want to see that Reckless replay, but it doesn't look like we will. Currently a 3.5k gold advantage for KCorp, though that was essentially at the end of that whole sequence, it was essentially 2 for 2. Both teams got a couple kills on the board, and I believe that was a shutdown onto Reckless. But now 113 with that $400 bounty, or 400 credit bounty, coin bounty, gold bounty. And look at this, KCorp. They're grouped up here, but there's only 4 of them. Cabochard is down in the bottom lane. Here comes the tidal wave. That is a phenomenal one. It knocks up 3 of them. 113 tries to make something happen, but manages to escape Rafita. It's a little bit weakened. Koi Squad send a little bit more into that bottom bush, expecting something to happen, and they want this mid lane turret. While KCorp, they want to go for the dragon. Koi Squad are absolutely going to get this to take a little bit of ship damage, but they managed to get out absolutely no problem. KCorp, they get the first of the Chemtech Drakes, and it looks like everybody is racing to the Baron. Koi Squad were not able to get here fast enough. KCorp there to meet them. They do not know where Cabochard is yet. He is now spotted on the control ward. Koi Squad, they are all grouped up in a ball. They know where Cabochard is. He has the slicing maelstrom though. Can he make something happen? The Orion ball goes out. And no play out of Cabochard. No big 4-man slicing maelstrom. I mean, if you wanted to jump in that bush right there, it could be pretty impressive with a follow-up from Reckless or Onterra, but no. No. Koi Squad doing a phenomenal job in this late game to start taking more turrets, and here comes the slicing maelstrom. SLT eats 2 ultimates to the face, goes down in an instant. He is just getting bullied by this KCorp squad. 0, 5, and 1. Oh, that's painful. Over a third of his team's deaths. And here goes KCorp on the Baron. It's not the fastest in the world, but it's still pretty quick. Koi Squad, can they make it happen? Koldo is here. They have to keep him out somehow. There is 113 with the Dragon's Rage kick. Can they push them away? Can they get them out is the question. Koi Squad hat-tricks. Throws in the shockwave, though, but it doesn't do much. Baron down to a little over a third. It's a tense back and forth situation. It is a 4v5. The tidal wave goes wide. Koldo is still here with the wind becomes lightning. 113 comes in, wants to go for the kick. No smite to take it. It is taken by the mid laner. Here comes the culling. Onterra is almost dead. Hatrix managed to get out of there. Low health bars all across the side of KCorp with very few ultimates. Rafita manages to take down the mid laner. And the Kennen gets one before he dies, but Reckless, is he about to fall? He does indeed. That leaves only 2 left for the side of KCorp, cloaked in purple. But Koi Squad, they have 4 members on the map. They're feeling a little bit better about that, mitigating some of the overall damage from the Baron. Let's watch this. Neither jungler was actually in the pit when the Baron went down. We see Koldo and 113 on the outside of the pit. Onterra's ultimate goes wide, and the culling here is what does so much damage. The tidal wave kind of spread them out, but the culling, and along with Hatrix, just tore through so much of what KCorp had while they were dealing with the Baron. And then KCorp just tried to get out, but Sayaz, with a little bit of revenge on the bottom laner that has been bullying him. And now, whew. I mean, if you're Koi Squad, that actually wasn't a horrible fight, right? Like, KCorp got the Baron, but you killed 3 of them. And one of the people that still has purple is the support, if I'm not mistaken. You took down Reckless, you took down Sagan. I mean, you took down the 3 most terrifying members of the team. 113, ooh, another tidal wave comes out. Onterra, everybody manages to sidestep it. Koi, get the Raptors. Tidal wave for Raptors, not a terrible usage of it. Cabochard, is he going to get caught out here? And you can tell Koi Squad, they feel powerful. They feel like they are ready to go. And Cabochard, oh, just from a little bit of the Oriana ball takes so much damage. And here goes the bottom lane tower. Onterra gets just eviscerated by the culling. He does go down. He does not get to escape. Cabochard and 113 are in a tough spot here, and Reckless, he could get pinched. Teleports coming in. Here comes a slicing Maelstrom, but shields come out from the Oriana to save the team, and that is 2 more deaths on the side of Carmine Corp. Koi Squad, they are ready. Can they end this? If they get 113, that might just be it. They don't have the Baron, but they have a wave. 113 tries to go and tries to get so much more damage. The Gore Trigger comes in, but no! The Graves takes him out, and this just might be it. The respawn timers are long. They have a cannon minion. This just might do it. They can eat up some damage. SLT is still plenty healthy. Koldo starts taking up the towers, has to go away, does fall. The Lux ultimate comes out, but it's a support, and only 1 tower remains at the Nexus. Woo! Koldo was not able to get out of range in time. Perhaps if he had an SLT and started taking the turret damage, that could have just been a GG. 113 Cabochard here. You like the concept, but was there miscommunication? Was there something? Because 113, it looks like he goes forward into this right as Cabochard is going back, and Huntera just gets caught out. Oh, never mind. The Dragon's Rage kick is just used to disengage. Oh, Cabochard goes in, but nobody else is, like, there's no other damage, right? Like, Reckless has auto attacks. He couldn't even see them over the wall yet. Cabochard went in, and it was just like the slicing Maelstrom stunned him up. It did a considerable amount of damage, you can see, but it just didn't do enough. And 113 tried so hard to make it happen. Now, for Carmine Corp, this is not the end of the world. I mean, the Koi Squad does now have a 1,000 gold lead. It has swung back in their favor. They feel like they're in control of the game. It feels like they have suddenly outscaled Carmine Corp. But Carmine Corp can get the Chemtech Drake. Now, Huntera, oh my goodness. 2, 3 ultimates are used to try to take out the support. But he survives. He survives, which is an absolute blessing. Because right now, Carmine Corp are feeling the pain of the shielding, of the tankiness of this Koi Squad draft. It is on, it's really on the shoulders of Seiken to be doing the most damage here, right? Reckless has, it's IE, right? It's an IE build. This is a hey, you get one big shot, right? One huge crit with that ultimate, and you can just wipe someone from the rift. But he needs to be with the team to make that happen. There needs to be a slicing Maelstrom plus a Dragon's Rage kick. I mean, we've seen it, right? This team needs to get picks, needs to get stuff on the sidelines, but it looks like Koi Squad has, noticed that, and they're just saying, let's A-ramp, right? Look at this. They are all within the same quadrant, right? They're not about to let Carmine Corp get any more individual picks. It is all about playing the team fight, just rolling it down mid and forcing Carmine Corp to come to them. If Carmine Corp can get the Chemtech Soul, they get essentially free Scion ultimate. What the hell is this? I didn't ask for this. There we go. Oh my god. Stuff's happening. Teleport's coming in. Cabochard on the flank. Has anybody died so far? No, the Lux ultimate comes out and Koldo gets knocked up into the air. Slicing Maelstrom comes through, but it's only really on one member. Stopwatches. Zonius comes out. Koldo goes down. Seance is so weak, but so is Cabochard. It's a 1-for-1 so far. Seiken has to go with the... Oh my goodness, it's a quadra kill for the Graves. And that is your Bud Light ace. I know this is not a Bud Light sponsored stream, but come on, Koi Squad. After falling behind pretty convincingly in the early game, they come back. As we said, it was on hat-tricks. Look at this, man. 13 assists, more than either of the supports. And look at that, spamming some emotes. They are the brand new team coming in, taking down Carmine Corp with the biggest acquisition of the year in the very first game. Now, this is a best of 3 Koi Squad. Take the first one. Oh, a hell of a game, quite frankly. A hell of a game. I don't know what happened with the audio there. I'm so glad that I caught that before we got to the big team fight. But wow, stopwatches got popped, but then finally hat-tricks with that awesome Orion ultimate, that awesome shockwave. It brought them all in. It was just better than what Cabochard could do with the cannon, right? It was shockwave. It was shockwave versus slicing Maelstrom. That's what it came down to, and Hatrix was just better that game. So we will leave it there for the day. Tomorrow, maybe sometime later, we'll take a look at the remaining games. I'm pretty sure this is a best of 3, so I guess spoiler warning, I think KCorp win the next one, but who knows? That was an awesome display out of Koi Squad. I'm excited to see what happens in the next one. Maybe they'll target mid lane more. Reckless really wasn't that scary. I mean, he was good, but he wasn't that scary. So we'll see what happens. That being said, thank you all so much for watching. Be safe, be smart, make wise decisions.